Over the last 12 years, I've gone from being a casual traveler to very quickly being a frequent traveler, to being a full-time nomad, and now to slowly but surely settling into somewhat of a routine. In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of slow travel. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson. This has been a transition for me over all of my years of developing what is now the Nomad Capitalist lifestyle. And at first, I can tell you, it was fascinating to be in a different city every week, every 10 days, even every month. That is the fast travel that a lot of people who first get into a nomadic lifestyle or who want to explore do. I remember back in 2013, I set aside a year. And I started in Asia, and I set aside a month to be in each different country because I wanted to move quickly through each of the different countries and see as many opportunities, meet as many people as possible. But what I've learned since then, and what I've learned from meeting a lot of people who are successful entrepreneurs as well, is that there are benefits to slow travel. You see, back a couple years ago, I remember landing in Belgrade. I checked into my hotel, and I went out for a walk I've taken so many times from that hotel. Out the front door, turn right, thinking to myself, I love being in Belgrade. If only I could be here for like 10 days and then go to the next place, that would be so great. There's a certain lack of commitment or fear of commitment that I think a lot of us have dealt with at various times in our nomad journey because it feels comfortable. The same way fear of commitment feels comfortable for people and especially for men in a lot of areas of life. Here's what I've learned about slow travel. As Nomad Capitalist has grown, and as I've had the chance to meet more and more successful people who are doing this and who have come to me for help, what I find is that I can generally make a graph that the wealthier you are, the slower your travel is. The uber wealthy people who come to me say, Andrew, I just want to find one place to go. Maybe I'll take a vacation every once in a while, but find me one place that's tax friendly, where I can live my life in peace and just enjoy myself. The people who are the more active entrepreneurs, but who are still really successful, the seven-figure entrepreneurs, for example, maybe they want to have, 2 bases. Maybe they even want to try the trifecta. I like to do a trifecta because I just can't sit still. But the more I experience it, the more I just want to stay in one place for a longer period of time. When you get into more of the six-figure entrepreneurs, they like the 3 bases, the 4 bases. Maybe they want to, stay 2 months in one place and then go on. They still like maybe some of the trappings of the Airbnbs or not having a home. Or maybe they want to have a base, spend 2, 3, 4 months there, and then travel around from there at varying paces. The reason, and I think what people have told me, why they like slow travel is that they get a lot more done. I remember we had a meeting. We had about 15 or 20 of us in a boardroom about 5 years ago. And one of the guys who was in the meeting said, for all of you who are just starting out, you're going to eventually realize that, traipsing your way through Southeast Asia and, Colombia and Central America is going to work to get you to a certain point. But it's not going to get you to the $50 million business. And those words really ring true to me now more than ever. Because the more successful your business becomes, the more you need to rely on systems and processes. The more potentially you need to hire someone who has some Western experience. And you're not just going to get by, hiring Filipinos or, Serbians or Venezuelans. You want someone who has your familiar experience. And you need more of those trappings of the world that you left. Now, I'm not saying go back to the world that you left. I'm standing by go where you're treated best. But what I have found is that the slower you travel, the more you can get done, the more you can focus. That's a progression that, as I've grown, I've really picked up on. And I think it's been very important for me. I think that also as we get a little bit older, we just want to do a little bit less. And for me, dealing with the hotels, dealing with the planes, dealing with the delays, dealing with everything, always, changing. It becomes less interesting to me as I become more and more successful, as I become older, as I, prepare to have a family. And I look to the future. I think that the most successful people who are living this nomad capitalist lifestyle are the ones who are looking far ahead, because they're the ones who are willing to do what it takes now to build the life that they want for the rest of their lives. The people who are willing to invest what it takes now to save millions of dollars of tax for the rest of their lives and to put the infrastructure in place because they're looking forward. And I think that those people have a tendency to be a bit more slow and a bit more methodical in the way that they go about life. But just as importantly, when it comes to slow travel, what I find a lot of people who travel very quickly, the Instagram influencers, for example, I believe are missing a lot of the opportunities in a place. For me, because I'm 24/7 and because this is my hobby, I was able to get a lot done on the ground in 1 month in a country, but I could have gotten a lot more done being on the ground for 3 months. And if you're moving at a bit more leisurely pace and you're taking time to go to the pool and go to the beach and hang out, then I think maybe even more time is needed, because what people are missing when they're traveling so quickly is all the opportunities. What I've been able to do by spending repeatedly going back to some of the same places is building a deep network. I stopped at some point building wide, and I started building deeper and deeper to truly understand, here's exactly how to invest in this country. Here's exactly what not to do. Here's the real opportunity here. I want you to see the opportunities, and I would posit that slower travel may be a way for you to see more opportunities that are deeper rather than wider. One of the challenges that I've had is I'm intrigued by everything. For a long time, I haven't really been that interested in Latin America, but now I'm back interested in Latin America, and so now I'm somewhat dividing my time to the point where I've now built out a team of a dozen or so people, and some of those people, all they do is research. I'm putting them on a plane for a change because I can't do it all. I can't live the life that I want because I'm still not slow enough. I need people who are based in one place to get on a plane and go all around the world and figure this stuff out for me, because depth is important, and I think depth comes with a certain amount of slowness. But lastly, what I hear from people is slowing down, I think, a lot of times increases the quality of life. You just get to relax. One thing that I've started doing with my Trifecta approach is 4 months in Asia, 4 months in Europe, 4 months in Latin America. And you could change those. It could be 5, 4, 3, or any combination thereof. But what I found is I'm going to establish a home in each of those Trifecta places. And if I'm in Montenegro for the summer and I want to go to Bosnia to do something, I'm going in the summer. I'm not flying from Mexico City to Bosnia. I'm going in the car from Montenegro. This is my time to go and do work in Belgrade, or look at that property that I want to buy in Belgrade. And by doing that, I've somewhat pigeonholed myself into, there are certain times to do certain kind of work. The slowness forces me to get certain stuff done. It forces me to prioritize certain things, and it has increased the quality of life because I'm not flying from Mexico City to Bosnia, or from Kuala Lumpur to Tajikistan. I'm staying within my range, and I'm building out my team to help me. So I want to hear what you think about this, because this is an area that I'm really focused on continuing to develop. Because so many people who are high earners are getting into wanting to become nomad capitalists, and because so many high earners like the idea of slowing down a little bit, it's a very intriguing concept to me. I'd love for you to leave a comment. I want to know what your opinion is about this. Are you traveling slow? Are you traveling fast? What would you, if you're not doing either of the above, what would you want to be doing? What are the benefits of slow versus fast in your opinion? Leave a comment below if you'd like us to talk more about this topic of slow travel. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist. I wrote this book, which you can find on Amazon, to distill a lot of the stuff we talk about in these videos and a lot of the stuff I've learned over the last decade plus traveling all around the world, teaching you about how to legally reduce your taxes, build your personal freedom, and create wealth faster. Definitely get a copy of this book if you want to learn more. Now, if you want to watch more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you click the notifications bell so you never miss one of our new videos with more tips on how to go where you're treated best. And if you're already a 6- or 7-figure entrepreneur and you'd like to put these strategies in place for yourself, go to nomadcapitalist.com and learn about how I can help you.